What's up, YouTube? Mandee Hops here. I've come to you with another hood tale of the east side of Las Vegas. Now, before I start speaking to the east side, which I have many times, let me speak to the east side of any state, like where I've lived, like East St. Louis. Okay? Now I live in East Vegas. Um, if you live on the east side of any state, it's hood. Like it's pretty much universal. Okay, it's pretty much universal that it's hood. So we have these little things here called local casinos. They're not like the Bellagio or the Venetian. They're neighborhood dive casino, to put it nicely. And there's normally a lot of riffraff that comes around because I've told you guys this before. Don't leave the resort like when you're in Mexico. Don't leave the strip. I didn't know what real Vegas was like. There's the strip and then all of Vegas, and it's all hood. The entire place is the hood. So it's basically a casino in the hood where all the locals come. And I'll just leave it at that. And you run into all kinds of situations. Also, a lot of homeless people like to go there to try to shower, charge their phones. It's like Planet Fitness, but not as nice. I have to buzz people in. Have you ever been somewhere where you had to be buzzed in? And that's like during the day, even like from 8 a.m. to whatever, to 8 a.m. the next day. It's 24 hours even in the day. In the night, in the afternoon, you have to buzz people in. That being said, there's some things that are just part of the job, but there's some things that are frowned upon. So, but the reason I bring you this hood story today is Bolo. I don't know who Bolo is. I don't know what Bolo means. I know about YOLO. But this is going to go on my wall in the history of shame in Vegas, and I will tell you why. It says Heart Candace Brooks 2024. So I had just started my shift, and this cat comes in. I didn't see this cat before, but he was acting pretty whack at the liquor store across the street, and I was like, let me just get across the street here, get my little fast ass into work, right? That's what I was thinking. And the next thing I know, he's there, and he holds this up, and he says $20. It's a good caricature. Now, if me and my boyfriend, or me and my dad, or somebody went to Six Flags, or whoever's drawing these in the hood, they're very creative out here. They're very artistic in trying to pop some cash. But then I might pay $20 for it. But I don't know who this person is. I don't know why any crackhead would think I would pay $20 for a picture of somebody I don't know. It looks like a Wild Wild Western wanted pic, but from the east side right now. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but they shaded the skin light brown. Because pretty much Mexicans rule this part of town. And you can tell by the edges, on a good day, this is definitely an east sider. Okay. And so, I love the nose. So anyway, I was like, man, you got to get out of here, bro. Like in 2 seconds flat. And then we're doing what we call shift change. There's 3 shift changes a day, morning, noon, and night. Like they call it day, swing, and grave. And so they count the drawer, you count the drawer, you make sure all your money's right. Because nevertheless, even though it's not the Bellagio or the Wynn, it's still a casino, right? So the money's got to be right. So I was like, do you want me to get this cat out, or do you want to get this cat out? So the boy gets the cat out. Now, the boy is a friend of mine. I actually brought him onto the company. We used to be managers together in another spot. But that being said, he's never worked at a locals casino. He's never really done drugs. And he's green a little bit. He's a greenhorn. So he's like worried about hurting people's feelings. So I sent him to kick this guy out for trying to sell me this picture for 20 bucks. And he comes back with the picture. And I was like, how did you get that? He says, I gave him $1. And I'm like, so now this cat's like hanging out because he's a night. Well, it's funny how it dropped real fast, right? And so I said, dude, you should keep this picture on principle. Like, because if you were there, like, it wasn't funny because it was annoying and this is stuff I have to deal with like 24/7. But it was actually kind of amusing. And I was like, dude, you should frame it. He was like, oh, hell no. And I was like, dude, I'm going to frame it. Like, I'll always remember this day. And I will always remember that day for some reason because it's so weird. And I go, I'm not giving you $1 for it, though, bro. He's like, okay. So this is how I wound up with this. For some weird reason, I figured, like, my ex might stalk me out, walk by, and see this and be like, oh, that's who she's with, SA. No, it's not. I'm not with anybody. But it's just my look. And this is going on the wall. Next to Jacob the Carpetbagger's autograph that was taken in Vegas. My ex got next to the little love thing that my homie Catfish got. Like, I have a bunch of weird collections of things that they're all like sentimental, and I'm keeping Bolo. And if any of the homies know what Bolo means, shout out. Because all I know is YOLO. Like, I'm late. Alright? I'm just a white girl on the east side trying to catch a break. Love you guys. Deuces.